Hello, my name's Jon Sermon, and I'm recording short videos for encouragement during this ongoing situation of COVID-19. And those of you who've been aware of this and been listening to me regularly, sorry that you've been missing hearing from me for a week and a bit now, while Ruth and I were on holiday. Well, I'm back at work, as you can see. I'm inside one of the church buildings today as part of our preparation for the next phase. We are working on careful risk assessment and preparations, safety precautions to make it possible for gathered worship in the church building again. And the hope is that that will be coming quite soon now, both in Halesworth and in North Lowestoft, where I am at the moment. Now, the reason I'm here specifically is to wait for an engineer to come to install an internet connection. Because one of the things that's really important to us is to allow for those people who are either unready for precautionary reasons, or shielding, or nervous, or for other reasons cannot physically come to the church. For the social distancing, we couldn't fit everyone in if everyone did come at once anyway. And we're aware that things will still be difficult for a long time to come, and for a lot of people, that sense of safety of the home remains important enough that we must make sure we can still reach into the home with our virtual church online, even when we restart gathering in the buildings. And so the plan is to be able to run a Zoom connection to people who come in through their computers, or iPhones or whatever, as well as being here with a small gathered congregation in each of the churches some of the time. And we need the internet connection so that what we're doing here can go out to the people online. Now, I know that sounds basic to most businesses, but for local churches such as ourselves, it really hasn't been the norm until this situation arose to have worship going out online. And we've had to adapt. And in that, I know we're facing the same situations in different ways as nearly everyone is, having to adapt in some way or other because of the way the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic is affecting us all. That's normal. I mentioned that my wife and I were on holiday. We didn't go a long way away, just to another part of the UK. In fact, to stay in what was my parents' home. Those of you who know me are aware that my mum died 2.5, nearly 3 years ago now, and my dad died in March at the beginning of the lockdown. So the house is now cleared, but for basic furniture, on the market, ready for sale, but it was available just for us to go and stay there as a change of scene for our holiday. And it's been very refreshing. I know that some of you won't be able to get away, and certainly if you were considering overseas holidays, well, the news is constantly changing as to which places require quarantine if we come back, where it is or isn't safe to go, and so on. And it's difficult for you all. I said at the outset that I intend these messages to be for encouragement, and that's what I'm calling them, and have been right from when I started early on in the lockdown. And my encouragement today, for me, working with the technology for how we're going to combine church online with church with a small gathered congregation and social distancing, all of this is a challenge. It's also an encouragement because it means we are working towards catering for individual needs for people in different sets of circumstances. And really, whatever our particular circumstances, any of us, the very fact that we can come into relationship with God, our Creator, who has provided us with this wonderful environment, the earth, to live on, who seeks to know us, to show love to us, to invite us into his presence spiritually. Whatever our individual circumstances, and whether we're still in our own lockdown or self-isolating or shielding, or whether we're working, whether we can't get to work, whether we're furloughed or job has been lost even, whether we are well or sick and whether we are worried, all of us can have the reassurance of God's invitation. And you may not be able to physically come to a church building like this, and not many of them are open very often at the moment yet, but you can come to any of our online worship events in any of our churches and experience more the love of God reaching out to you all. God bless you.